You expect of someone who can perfectly imitate the voice of a child, and it sounds so real, like she's a child. She's a fantastic actress. I don't have issues with people wanting to open their own labels. I mean, we have thousands of talents all over within the Christian space. But do you need to put one down for yours to go up? Is that the life of Christ? What are we talking about here? It's money, nothing else, money. I thought we had believed, or we've made to believe before now, that all we're doing is kingdom and ministry and money is not involved. I've been an advocate for the balance of ministry and industry, because one way or the other, you're denying you don't have any business with money, you don't care about money, but you're benefiting financially from the craft, from what you do. So there's a financial tone majorly to all of this. I want to clear a few things. Number one, here is a document of a petition that was written against me around March. My accounts were frozen. All accounts were frozen. I couldn't trace where it was coming from until somehow I got very confidential information that it was a few set of persons who were doing this. The first two artists, two female artists who were doing this, and they didn't want me to know, they didn't want the public to know, because it had been planned to look like this law enforcement agency on their own, are carrying out investigation. That was kept private. They tried to cover it, but it was revealed. This is a document that shows the petition that was written. I mean, she has come out to say, going to court, it beats my imagination how one would deny a document, deny her signature on every page of the document, and also deny the living witnesses to the execution of that document. This person we're talking about is someone who is a fantastic actress. She has a lot of strength with, portraying a victim personality to the world. Talent is beautiful, but talent is not enough. How do you say I took you to court? When did the court come in? The dates are there. So look at the dates when the petition was written. I was kept in Ilorin, not in Lagos. Why Ilorin? That's a complete different state, out of the place of competent jurisdiction. And then I was detained for 9 days. Why did it stay that long? Because I needed to write on the statement what they wanted me to write. And I have to negotiate. The same catalog that they are saying is not the battle. It's not about catalog. The same thing was the reason I was detained for 9 days. When I came out of detention, I didn't go public. I didn't bother to talk about it. I didn't want to come outside to give an impression to say these ladies who sing about Jesus everywhere. I have never been opposed to a financial audit. Never ever. All I have just said is, let's have a neutral, unbiased entity, professional, who understand all of the navigations within the ecosystem of the music industry, at least the modus operandi within that ecosystem. I really want this audit to happen, because that's the only way I would also be vindicated. But we also need to check your own books. You can't go to equity when your hands are not clean. Check our books, and then we check your books, and whomever is, owing who would balance up themselves. Whether you like it or not, obligation is an obligation. You cannot claim amnesia of a document you benefited from. It makes no sense, absolutely no sense. All I want to do to ensure that there is no further harassment or on me, that's what I went to do. Following the law, the place of the law. How do I stop or prevent this continuous, harassment? And that's the action I took. What happened to the court she's talking about? This court was sometime in the last quarter of last year, towards last year. Having explored all other means of a peaceful resolution, we decided to say, the audit process within the apostle who was handling it has collapsed. Why don't we go to the platform that the contract recommends, which is arbitration? Why use the law enforcement agents to carry out oppression and harassment? Think about it. When we started this investment, right, it was investment from scratch. Which manager buys a car for the artist? Do you have a document where you hired me as a manager? When you meant to meet Hilda Dokubo, Momi Hilda, K.O. Baba to have me sign you up, was it to be your manager? Why are you going to them for the label to sign you up as a manager? The manager buys car for you, gets you an exclusive rehearsal space, gets you an exclusive office, sets up a band for you, pays for all of your production, whether audios or visual. Speaking about collaborations, we had a collaboration with J.J. Houston. Fantastic collaboration. And it has benefited every one of us. Why will I not want you to have collaboration? But then, shouldn't you have collaboration following due process? I don't have any problem with collaborating with whomever you want to collaborate for. It's business. You keep to what is expected of you whilst your contract is ongoing. Regarding the allegation of bully and all of that, anyone who knows this person we're talking about will know that you cannot bully a bully. You can find out from her roots, you can find out who she's been, those who work with her closely. This is just an attempt to assassinate the character of someone. Let's not go away from the real thing. If you say you're a true child of God and I am the one that is the problem and I have financial fraud, can you tell the public that you're willing to subject your accounts to an audit by an independent audit? Let's make these things easy. All we have been saying is, oh, it's not catalog, it's fraud. Should be the warrant of arrest was fraud of money. Bring out your books. We are willing to bring out our books. On the other article, she said we refuse to comply to audits. The audit they carried out was based on the documents we made available. But it got to a point where they were saying, oh, bring this money in this country, you have this account in Dubai, you have the other one in India. I don't have any accounts anywhere. If you have, he who alleges will prove. If you have accounts anywhere that you know that belongs to me, you can go take the account and carry out your audit. But for all of the information and the details that we have, the documents, we have provided to you. And what we expect of you is to return. And if you have questions to ask anywhere, you ask the questions, we will give clarification. There's something in law called lien or set-off. Set-off is when you are owing me and I am owing you. When we carry out a financial mutual reconciliation, we will know who is truly owing who what and balance the account. Don't you think there's much more to this than just financial audits? Can't you at least hear the undertone? A child of God will not go all the lengths to destroy another. It won't. There's nobody who says, I'm a child of God. You can't do ministry with bitterness. You can't do it with resentment. This is my truth, and I'll be consistent with it anytime. The allegation of, oh, I didn't know about this, they forged it, they forged that. Social media is not the platform to determine the validity of a document. Processes required. You know, you have lawyers who should go through that process. There are certain information that I would not be triggered to put out here because it's unnecessary. There's plan for dispute resolution. It happens in every business, whether a family business or extreme professional business. It happens in any kind of business. What is the due process if there was anything that was done by the label that you didn't like? The court, not the law enforcement agent. You go to court, the court will order us to come. We will bring our books. There's no court that will order us to bring our books that we will not bring. We'll bring our books. And whoever is owing who would pay up. It beats my imagination that in all of this, as sensitive as a case of a paternity saga, that's what you want to use to put false allegation on my head. I hope you have enough